Hi, welcome to ethical hacking course. So now in this course I am going to cover a lot of things about ethical hacking, but the first thing we need to know while we're starting ethical hacking is the network. So we must know what is a network and how it is working, okay? So in here I have something that will help you find what is a network, okay? So the first thing about a typical network, so in here you see we have the internet here, okay? This is itself the public internet. This is the access point. What is an access point? You know what is an access point. That is something you're accessing your Wi-Fi from, or it is providing or bringing the IPs start from here, okay, your IPs, and then you have your small network or private network here. As you see right now in here, we have two clients, okay, or we have two computer in this network. One of them is this one, which is the hacker. Its name is hacker. The other one is victim. And we have the access point, okay? Whenever the victim tries to access the resources, which is the internet, for example, it goes to browser and search for something, it is a request, okay? This request goes to access point, and then from there it goes to resources, and when it get it, it come back to access point, and then the response come to victim. The same goes with hacker computer, but it is a typical network, okay? You may not understand this very well, so because of that I need to show you another image. Just a moment, let me, come on, why it is not opening that? Okay, it opened this, and let me show you. So this is a network. As you see here, we have the ISP, and this ISP looks it is going to be a public internet, okay, because it has a public IP address that is in here, okay? This is the router or that access point that I just talked about. In here you see we have a very big network, okay? As you see, it is wired, and this thing has a wire. That means it is wired network, okay? This desktop, this printer, this PlayStation desktop, and this two, laptop and also the smartphone, they are using the Wi-Fi, okay? That means it is a wireless network too. So now here you can understand the network very well, okay? So what is a network now? It is many computer that is connected to a wireless adapter or a router or even an access point, and then it could be controlled from here, and then it could send and receive the request and responses of these all computers and also ISP or internet, okay? So it is called a network, very simple, okay? And there is a lot of thing you need to know about network, but in this course I think this is going to be enough about network. So we are going to create our own virtual lab in this course. While you're trying to do a lot of hacking stuff, you need to have a network, okay? It could be a physical network like this, that has some kind of printer, desktop, laptops, smartphones, access point, and a lot of things. Or if you don't have access to all these kind of things because they are very expensive, so you can create your virtual lab and you can use it, okay? So how can we create a virtual lab? In here we're going to just use VirtualBox, okay? So in Windows you know how to install it, and also in Linux it is very easy to install the VirtualBox or VMware. Okay, so in here right now you see I have Kali Linux, Metasploit, and also Windows 10. So that means in my network I have 3 operating systems that I can run them, I can execute them, and I can use them each of these computers separately in this network. So it is how a network works. Okay, and I will show you how to install Kali Linux and also Windows 10, and in its time the Metasploit. Okay, how to install it, and also how to install the VirtualBox for Windows, how to install and how to download and install it, and all the stuff you need to know. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Hi friends, welcome back. Now let's go and see what is a MAC address and how it is working and how we can change our MAC address. So the first thing about MAC address, the MAC address is standing for media access control. Okay, it is permanent. That means the person who is created it, or the manufacturer who is assigned that MAC address, for example for this device, that is completely unique. Okay, in the whole world, that is completely unique. It is a physical address and we cannot change it, okay, permanently, but temporary we can change it. Okay, that we are going to change it in this lecture. And each of these devices that you see that is connected to a network, to this network, they all have MAC addresses. For example, this laptop, it has its own MAC address. This desktop, it has its own. The printer, everything you see here that is transferring the data. Okay, for example, sending some data from here till there in here. These all have MAC addresses. So, and each packet, okay, that is moving, for example, through this cable or through this thing from the air, each packet has a source MAC address and also a destination MAC address. That we can track those packets by using the destination MAC address and also the source MAC address. So if this desktop is sending something to this printer, so it has a destination MAC address of that packet that is sending this from this desktop, has a destination MAC address of this one. Okay, and also a source MAC address, which is the MAC address of this desktop. So we can change it. First, why should we change it, and why it is so important to change it? Because it is completely unique. The only thing that is unique, okay, about all the devices is this physical address. If we change it, so we will be, anonymous. Okay, no one can find us. And also it is used to bypass a filter. Okay, bypass filtering. For example, here it is filtered. In here in this access point, it is filtered to not to access MAC address of this device. Okay, smartphone. And all others can access, but only this one, it cannot access it. So if this device change its MAC address to something else, for example to this one, so it will be able to access the network to this access point, because now it doesn't have the MAC address that previously it had. So that is how MAC address work and in a network. Okay, so let's go to here to see. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to use ifconfig, hit enter, and in here you see we have 3 things. One of them is ETA0. Okay, we have LAN 0, we have LO, and these are the interfaces. Okay, so this is Ethernet interface, and this LAN 0 is Wi-Fi or wireless interface. So You see this ETH0 in here, you don't see any IP, but for this one you see we have enet, that means that is the IP, because by using Wi-Fi I am connected to a network. You see here that I am connected to ISP. That means I have this thing, okay, the IP. And this LAN 0 or ETH0 has some important data, important thing that you need to know. First one is init. It is the IP address that we are going to use it a lot. The next one is net mask broadcast, and the most important thing is ether. Okay, what is that? That is the MAC address or the physical address that you see that here right now. Okay, it is MAC address of this laptop right now. Okay, so now if I change this, it will be changed into the memory. Okay, if I restart it, restart my computer again, so you will see that it is going to be come back to its real MAC address. So how can we change this? First, while we're trying to change this MAC address, we need to disable the interface. Very easy. So again, I'm going to use ifconfig, okay, LAN 0, and then name of, okay, LAN 0, which is name of the interface, and then use down. Hit enter, and if you have some kind of operation not permitted, that means you're not the super user, that means you're not the admin, you cannot do that. So you need to go to sudo su and then provide your password and then hit enter and then clear it, and now you can use it. Okay, ifconfig and then LAN 0 and then down. So now you don't have any error, that means the interface is now down. You see that it is not connected. Okay, and now we can change our MAC address very easily, or the physical address. Again, use ifconfig LAN 0, and in here use HW, which is stand for hardware, and then ether. What is the ether? You know that it is the MAC address. So I'm going to change this to 0011 and 22 and 33 and 44 and also 55, and I think that's it. Now hit enter. I think it is going to be changed. Now while you change it, if you want to use it, so you need to enable the LAN 0. So how can we enable it? Use ifconfig again, ifconfig LAN 0 app, hit enter. Now it is changed to 001122334455, and again if I use ifconfig, hit enter, here you see that the MAC address got changed to 001122 and like this. So now whenever I try to access any access point that filtered my IP address, I will be able to access that, and whoever gets this MAC address and try to find me, they will not be able to find me, because if I restart my computer, and this will be removed and my real MAC address will be assigned to this, the physical address. Okay, so that is it. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Let's talk about wireless mode. In wireless we have two kind of mode. One of them is monitor mode, the other one is managed. So by default it is managed, and we need to change it to monitor. So while it is managed, it only capture the data or the packets that is directed to our PC or laptop. And when we change it to monitor, that means we are capturing all the packets and data from PCs or laptops that is in our range. Very easy. Okay, so how can we do that? How can we change this monitor mode? First we need to check which mode are we using. So we use iwconfig. So right now you see it is managed, that means by default it is managed, so we need to change it. Okay, and How can we change it? Very easy. First we need to disable the interface. So if config wlan 0 and use down to disable it, but first use sudo at the beginning. So now it is down. In here we can check for some process to kill them. So it is rmong check kill, and again you need to be as root. Okay, so there is no processes to be killed. So the next thing is to change the mode to monitor. So use iw config and then name of the interface, which is lan 0, then the mode is going to be monitor. Okay, hit enter. So it is telling that set failed to device lan 0 operation not permitted. Okay, that is because I'm not a super user, so I need to use sudo. Perfect. Now that you change the mode, again you need to enable the interface. So use sudo ifconfig app. Okay, hit enter. Now if you want to check it, again use iw config, hit enter. Perfect. Now you see that the mode is changed to monitor. Perfect. Good. And now you will be able to capture a lot of packets, and we can modify it. Later we will learn a lot of things about capturing data and about using this monitor. Okay, perfect. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture.